So sometimes it doesn't come down to the obvious of somebody making a shot. Sometimes games are won or lost on a loose ball rebound, and that's just the case. When we were down 2 there, got him to miss the shot. We didn't come up with the loose ball rebound. They did and then scored. And I've been in this game a long time. It always comes down to something that you don't expect. A loose ball rebound, getting on the floor for a loose basketball. But we played our hearts out. This team wins 85% of their games at home. They're very good at it. Almost beat Houston, almost beat UConn. They're a tough team to play against, especially here. Sean's one of my favorite coaches in the country, and they played really well tonight. We played really hard, but didn't play well enough to get a win.
Rick, the transition defense, especially in the first half, was that a case of?
Yeah, I think they took the Marquette film, and they play that way all the time. The transition game for them is the number one. And if Joel doesn't beat the pack back, you're in trouble, because they're going downhill full speed. You can't touch them. The only way to stop it is the 5-man to get back and block it late. And in the beginning, Joel and Zuby missed a couple of shots inside, so he's worried about that, and he didn't sprint back. And they were 12 for 22 on that. We're 6 for 9. So it's obvious they beat us there. They beat us from the 3-point line. They beat us in transition.
Rick, do you think that the time away, there were a lot of missed layups in the first half. Do you think that the time away?
No, they were just better. Like I said, they win 85% of their games here. They almost beat Houston. They almost beat Connecticut here. They're a great home team. They just played a very tough schedule. I've said this all along. We're not a great team. We're a hard-working team getting better. And our weaknesses, transition defense, because physically we're a little weak. But our guys did a lot of really good things tonight. They could have won the game, but a loose ball rebound turned the momentum around.
Did your guys getting into some foul trouble in the first half? I mean, I think you only got 3 minutes from Sim, maybe only 3 minutes from RJ in that first half. Do you think that was sort of limiting for you guys?
We fouled, but you know the good thing is it didn't kill us, because Breeza is playing well. Look, our guys are doing a good job right now. We've improved. I think we're a good team right now. I thought we were very average until about a week ago. Now I think we're a good team. But in order to beat a team like Xavier on the road, you've got to give a great performance, and we certainly didn't defensively tonight.
Daniss, what did you think of the overall effort after a week off? Do you think it was good enough tonight?
Couldn't have been good enough. You know, we lost the game. So for me, you know, I'm always just trying to tell the guys that we need to go harder. We need to work harder. That's all I believe in. I know that's what made me. So that's why I try to tell the guys, we just gotta work harder and play smart at the same time.
What did you make of the transition defense?
You know, I kept, every time we came in timeouts, I tried to encourage the guys that we all need to sprint ahead of the ball and build a wall so they won't even think about getting to the paint. But we failed to do that, and you know, they saw lanes and they took them. They don't stop. They don't stop running. Even if you back, if one person's back, that's not good enough. They just don't stop.
Daniss, late in the game, when you guys really needed to stop, you didn't really get many of them. Why were they so difficult to shut down there?
I think, you know, at the end of the games, you know, people are a little fatigued, things like that. I think we just gotta execute the scouting report, follow the game plan, and just go out and do it. I think it's a lot of times where we're getting them to take a bad shot, like Coach said, then we didn't get that rebound, then they hit the corner 3. Like that was a key possession in the game right there. Like we had to stop, had the loose ball, didn't come up with it. I help off, hit the 3. So it's just little things like that. I think at times, but other than that, I mean, obviously the blow-bys is just, you gotta be better on defense. The easy layups, bottom layups, I mean, you can't, there's no scout report for that, no game plan for that.
Rick, do you still feel like the guys are trending in the right direction? Do you know?
Well, like I said, we were an average team and they were a good team, so I would say we're improving. You know, it's the one thing you can't do is, we're disappointed we didn't win. We fought back and had a chance to win the game. I don't think the final score is indicative of it, but transition defense has been, half-court defense at halftime was okay, percentage-wise. the transition defense was not. And we were back. They just didn't stop, and they overpowered us one-on-one in the open court. Since the Marquette game, we've worked on that. But, you know, we're a team that has two really good players, and they showed it tonight in DJ and Soriano. And the rest of the guys, you know, I was proud of Jordan. He had strep throat 2 days ago, and yesterday he didn't practice, wore a mask, and was isolated and played today with antibiotics. So, you know, we didn't get a whole lot out of our other guys tonight. I think RJ's got to start to play better within the confines of running an offense, and it's really difficult with RJ not practicing. It's really difficult.
Was there ever a point where you thought of taking the press off?
But if they didn't beat us with the press, they beat us in transition on missed shots. The press was good. We almost had a number of 5-second counts. It wasn't the press. It was fast break situations. We look at the press as we go white to 5, 22 to 5, and they weren't beating us on that. They were beating us on missed shots coming down one-on-one and scoring.
And with RJ, what did you see out of him tonight? Kind of clearly struggled.
He didn't play well. He didn't play well defensively or offensively, but I don't think you're going to see RJ play really good because he never practices. I think he doesn't get his reps. He doesn't know the offenses like the other guys know it. So it wasn't one of his best nights. But oftentimes, you got to give credit to Xavier. We knew this would be a really, really tough game. Every game on the road in the Big East is really tough with the exception of maybe a couple places. But like I said earlier, this team almost beat Houston, almost beat Connecticut. And we had a chance to win. We just didn't come up with some loose ball plays at the end.
Rick, is tonight's game kind of an indication to you, something probably you already knew, that the middle of the pack in this conference is extremely tight and there's a small margin of error?
Yeah, there are 3 teams that have a lock, and then there are 5 teams, 6 teams battling the middle, and you've got to come up with a win. Seton Hall beat Marquette and beat Connecticut. They lost to some other people at the beginning of the year. They just went up from in the 70s to the 60s now in the net. So it's going to be a battle to the end with Providence, Butler, us, Xavier, Seton Hall. But there are 3 locks, and there are probably openings for 3 teams, and we'll see what happens.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Dennis.